Hey guys, this is test 52 game 4. This is the bread truck deliveries game. We know this because the bread deliveries are made to each of the 6 restaurants in succession, meaning that there must be an order in which they're made. Now I've laid out a lot of rules here, I'll explain all of them. They tell us G is earlier than K but later than F, so giving us the general ordering F, G, K. They tell us that H is before G, so I linked that in right away. They tell us that if F is before M, then L is before H. I've also written the contrapositive of this. If L is not before H, meaning H before L, then F is not before M, meaning M before F. We are able to do this because they tell us that none of them is occurring simultaneously. They are in succession. Then the final rule is a little bit tricky. I'll explain that one. They tell us that either M is before H or after K, but not both. Meaning that if M is before H, then it is not later than K, meaning K is not before it, meaning that it must be before K itself. Also, on the other hand, if M is later than K, meaning we have K before M, then we cannot have M earlier than H, meaning that M is after H or H is before M, giving us the two orders that you see over here. Now we can link this OR rule right here with the general sequence that we know to be the case to make two different main diagrams representing the two different possibilities for the game. So if we have M before both H and K linked to this, that means that we have the general order F before G before K with H before G, and if M is before both H and K, then M must be right here, and then L could really be anywhere within that. Or we have the same general order, F before G before K before, then H in there also, and if they're telling us that M is after both H and K, that means that M must go over here after K, because H is already before K anyway. Now, in the bottom diagram, we don't know that we have H before L, so that's pretty ambiguous. But we do know that we have F before M, so if F is before M, then we must have L before H, therefore L will go right here. And these two diagrams are our two possibilities for the game. So question number 18 is a typical orientation question. We're just going to take one rule at a time and apply that rule to all 5 choices looking for violations. Now we know that H has to go earlier than G, so any choice where H is not before G can automatically be eliminated. That gets rid of choice E where we have G before H. We also know that we have to have F before G before K in that particular order, although not necessarily consecutive. So for that reason we can get rid of D, which has F before K before G. Now, we also know that M cannot be in between H and K. It's either before both of them or after both of them. So let's check for violations there. We see in choice B, M is between H and K. That's unacceptable, so B can be eliminated. Now we can look at these annoying conditional rules here. Let's look at A and C and see if we have F before M in either of those. We have F before M in choice A, so therefore we must have L before H. However, we have H before L there, so choice A is violating this rule and as such can be eliminated, leaving C for number 18 by elimination. Next, number 19, if F is fourth. So that cannot happen in the bottom diagram where we have at least 3 things coming after F, so the latest F could ever appear is 3. This diagram is irrelevant. In the top diagram, if we had F on 4, that would mean we have to have M before H as well as L occurring before it, and then we would have G before K occurring after it. So that's exactly what's happening here. We don't have F before M, so this is not activated. H before L could happen, but that would be fine because M is going to go before F anyway. So this is the sequence that we're going to use right now. What must be true? Must G be 5th? Yeah, if F is 4th, G is 5th, K is 6th. Therefore, A is our answer for 19. I will look at the rest though. H on 2nd doesn't have to be the case because H could be 3rd. H on 3 doesn't have to be the case because H could be 2nd. L on 2, maybe, but L could also be 1 or 3. M on 1, M could be 1 or 2, so E's gone, leaving A. Next, number 20, if M was 1st and L was 3rd. So that's not happening on the bottom diagram where M has to be on 6, so this diagram is irrelevant. We're going to have M on 1, and we're going to have L going on 3. So L is no longer floating around anywhere. We're not going to have F before M. Are we going to have H before L? Well, we might. We could have F on 2, or we could have H on 2. We don't know exactly what's happening there, but either way, we will have M before F due to the fact that M does have to be first here, so it's not that big of a concern. They're asking us what must be true. Must F be second? No, H could be there, so A's gone. Must H be second? No, F could be there, so B's gone. Must we have H on 4? No, H could be on 2, so C's gone. Must we have K on 5? No, K's going to be 6 in this case, so D's gone. And then, yeah, K6 is our answer to 20, choice E. Next, number 21, general must be true question. We'll just run through the choices using our two main diagrams here. Must F go before L? No, L could go anywhere in the top diagram, so that's certainly not the case. And in the bottom one, they're ambiguous, so A is gone. Looking at B, G before L. In the bottom diagram, we have L before G, so that's certainly not the case, and B is gone. H before K. In the bottom diagram, that's the case, and it's also the case in the top diagram. H is before K in both of those, so C is our answer to 21. I will look at D and E, though. L before G. Happens on bottom. Could happen on top. Doesn't have to, though, so D's gone. Looking at E, M before H. Happens on top. Does not happen on bottom where H is before M, so E's gone. You could have actually eliminated A, B, and D automatically due to the fact that L is ambiguous in the top diagram. It could be anywhere at all, but you don't necessarily need to have seen that. Next, number 22, if K is before L. Well, that's certainly not happening in the bottom diagram where L is before K, so that's eliminated. On the top diagram, if we put K before L, that means that L is going to be last here, and we have things almost fully fleshed out. They're asking us what could be true. Could F be first? Well, it might seem that way at first glance, but you have to realize that we're activating this rule, H before L requires M before P. We do have H before L here, therefore we have to have M before F. So no, F could not actually be first. We're going to have M on 1, F and H interchangeable on 2 and 3, G4, K5, L6. So F could not really be first, A is gone. G could not be third because G is fourth. H on 3, yeah, that could happen. F and H are interchangeable, so C is our answer. I will look at D and E, though. L on 5, no L's on 6. And M on 2, no M's on 1, so E's gone, leaving C. Next, 23. General must be false question. So 4 of these things could be true. You could find the 4 that could be true and eliminate them, and whatever remains is your answer. Or if you see something that looks good, just pick it and move on. Could F be first? Could easily happen in either the bottom or top diagrams, so A is gone. Could G be fifth? Could happen in the top diagram. We could have G on 5, K on 6, and L earlier. That works, so B's gone. H on 3. Could happen in either diagram, so C's gone. L on 2. L could be anywhere on the top diagram, so yes, of course, that could happen. So E by elimination. And looking at it, M on 4 doesn't work because either M's on 6, like in the bottom diagram, or in the top diagram, it has at least 3 things after it, H, G, and K. So the latest M could appear on the top diagram is third, so it could never be fourth, so choice E.